the video. Every time, and every time. Okay, so let's go with the a bit on the session. So I just want to know, right, since you already kind of have some idea about next step of Global Volunteer, do you have any questions that you're not sure about what is next in Global Volunteer, or anything that you wanted to know more about this product, like the next step? Branding. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, later we can talk more about it. Anyone else? Wow. Without call to action. Okay. Min is a very fast thinker. Huh? Okay. What members should be do without realization? Yes, great questions. Amazing. All right. So let's go ahead. Okay. So I'm gonna come back to this. So in this space, right, what is next in Global Volunteer? We will answer 3 questions, which is like, it's just a recap because we already have a bit of sneak peek from yesterday. So it's not gonna be new. So let's start with the first question. So what is next for GV in the coming semester? First is that GV will not return as an operation focus for the peak. And also growth will not be an indicator of success for this product. And also, even we have a plan to minimize the risk, however, scale up GV volume is still impose huge risk. So that's the thing that for you to know, like, even you're gonna enter, maybe coronavirus got a little bit better. However, we will not be able to measuring growth or like number of realization or approval growth in next semester. And also, if we are not encouraging people to do a huge amount, especially when your country or territories are not safe for travel. So that's the thing, that the reality that we need to check ourselves in with the GV. And also, what is our suggestion to run is actually like the thing that you mentioned, especially from Anne, is that GV conditions, financial management, which is the financial model, and lastly, the global project implementation. So these are the 3 things that we are suggesting you to shape your perspective on it. So if you are thinking about like, how can I shape myself, my measure of success as an MCVP, or the success of my network, it should be based on these 3 elements. And I think for some of you, it might be actually quite how to say, like, you're probably quite confused in a sense that, okay, all in your life, you know that result means realizations. And suddenly when I tell you that, okay, now realization is not your final result, you'll be like, what? I've been get these informations from my predecessor that's been telling me that you have to make sure that you grow in number of realization, because that's what it matters. So right now, I think something that is important for us is to change our perspective to see result or success may not become in the final result. It could become in a very different way. It could become in the small progress that we are working on, so that in the future we can do a better realization or better impact. And also the last question is basically when we will know about the global direction, because now we have some idea that let's do on these 3 things. But then the thing is that the details of what exactly global strategy or regional strategy will be only known after like 2nd week of December. So we are actually gonna have planning. So probably 2nd week of December, you will actually know more details about what is the direction from AI and RO 2021 about GV, like who's gonna manage you, how's the routine gonna be. These are the things that you will probably know on how you can work with regional office and AI. So with that, right, I think that already some of you already put your question. I just want to check on you, like how do you feel about this 2nd week of December? So I want you all to share, how do you feel about this? Like, do you have any question or do you have any suggestion on how we can do better as regional office or as international? And also, how do you feel about the change? Do you think that, like, is it giving you better clarity, or you still have question? If you have question, what question is it? Okay, so you can type down your question while I will answering some question that is already put there. So for Min, right, you're asking about branding. To be honest with you, I can't really tell you what exactly solution of the branding would be, because whatever I'm telling now, I know that the AI and R 2021 will do planning. However, I think that one thing for sure that to stick as an organization brand is that we are developing youth leadership. So leadership is the core of everything that we do, right? Just like the ISO 2025. So what it means is that even though you are not directly doing anything related to the final physical realizations, however, any activity that you are doing should be allowing the customer and also the partner to see what we are doing is actually transforming youth leadership. So I think that's the thing to let you know about like how the branding is gonna look like. And then for Halima is that what to do until realization is possible. Yes, I know that Indonesia already done with the conditions, and also I know that some of you already aligned with the global project, and also financial model was also done in the last semester. In this case, I think that for me, it will be thinking about like how can we keep our interaction with the partner, which means that probably you can look into to create any EWA from IGV side, they can actually engage the partner or the government to actually perceive Isaac as a youth leadership organization, that we can create some virtual event, and then when the time is ready to do physical realization again, think about how can you utilize this relationship that you built during this period of time. So I think that when we look into our role as MCVP, we need to think long term. So what kind of thing or investment or relationship or connection that I need to build now that could benefit for my successor in the future? And this connection that you build with the person could be also something that helps you to generate alternate revenue stream as well. That's the kind of perspective I will challenge you to think on it. Let me know, Halima, if I actually answer your question or you need more like clarification. Okay. Where are you? You're gone in the photo, or maybe close the camera. Okay, so when currently my GV operation does not contribute that much to the financial state of the entity, so I'm quite concerned. Yes, and I think Shehan, let's start with Shehan first. Virtual global volunteer, right? Currently, I think the decision on having virtual global volunteer is entirely up to ISA International team. So for me, I couldn't tell you that hey, that this is a good idea or this is not a good idea. Definitely is something that like AI 2021 like to decide. However, I think that as a network, it's always good for you to give input to Isaac International. And when you give input, it should be something that comes from facts and data. And I think that if you really want to influence how global are making their decisions, I would really suggest you to do a little bit of research so that this information can help you to build better like convincing point. So that, and also if you can gather like a regional, like you can work with other MCBP to do market research and also to show that there's a market for virtual volunteering, then I think that this could be something that you can give input to ISA International and maybe influencing them in making certain decisions that you think should happen. But I don't think like we all, like even for me, I have a right to say, oh yeah, let's do this or not. But I think that definitely there are certain role that you can play in it. For Anne, in terms of financial state, right? I agree. That's why I think one of the things that we are suggesting is to change the pricing model and also the financial model. So for Isaac and Vietnam, I know that your entity has huge debt, right? Definitely it's not a joke to say that, oh, we can continue to run the product in a not sustainable way. So in this case, I would really suggest to look into any partner, that this would be the good opportunity for you to look into any partner that can actually afford this and also rebrand your project as well. They're looking into if there's, because your entity is very good in BD partnership in the past, you have very good use speak event from really good partner that think about like to reinvent your business model in the way that you fulfill the APIP at the same time look into what are the kind of needs that the company is looking for CSR and how can you build a connection from there. And then from there, maybe your company wanted to have some local volunteer and then they don't mind to have some global volunteer, and then you can create project that can actually fit both needs. So I think this is something that is really important to do a great market research. So since right now you're doing replanning, it would be good for you to actually ground yourself with the market research question, which is like, how can I actually run GV without loss? Which are the new kind of partner or enabler I should work with? Okay, I feel clearer, and at least I know I have something to count on. Yes. Just remember is that I know that we are always being encouraged that you have to grow in number of exchange, you have to grow in realization or approve, and that is the basic fear, right? Even for me as well as RD, when I look at the tracker of AP performance, I almost get heart attack every time because I was the kind of MCP that if one day we did not hit our approved goal, I will call to my MCVP and I will tell them to call to the directly the LCVP to make sure that she approved that damn number because they are missing this number and we need to hit a daily target. So I understand where like the culture we are from, but at the same time right now, I think what's most important for GV is to solve the issues that we didn't solve before, which is the financial part and also like making sure that we are running low risk. So shift your perspective from how you usually push or encourage approach to realize to this aspect. Then you can change the network on how they are seeing the final result. Okay. Nice. I mean, each month has a call from regional office. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It wasn't a focus, but now I'm making time for you. So I hope that that can actually make up for the time that we lost together. So with that, I hope that I answered some of your questions. If you have any questions, feel free to approach me. And I'm good. So before we end, can I have one word that I want to check, like, how do you feel right now regarding this next step from GV? You can be really honest with me. Like I told you already, I'm going to leave in 2 weeks. So you telling me lies is not going to like affects anything. So just be honest, type in the chat, like, how do you really feel about this? One word. Or you can type one sentence if one word is not enough. But I think Min already, yeah, already expressed, so it's good. What about others? Type in the chat. Like Pikachu, which is like some human here. afraid do wrong step, yoggers, don't worry. We are actually all experimenting right now. Like, we do not know what give us next, but if you are the right person, okay, for those who are afraid to make the wrong thing, right, just believe in yourself, because if you make the wrong decision, believe that you have the ability to fix it back. That's how I encourage myself when I do something that I'm a bit insecure or scared. Well, India is good to go. India is a feeling, huh? Okay, afraid of not getting visa quota. Yeah, Mary, I understand that. There will be a new challenge. I think for Malaysia, I think as a MC Malaysia, it's time to really sit down as a team to discuss about the GV, IGV evolutions, because we always use illegal visa. And I think at this point of time, it would be good to discuss as a team to really face the reality, and probably there is certain decision that's quite drastic, that maybe IGV will not be a big volume product anymore. Then we have to accept that this could be the reality. I think it would be good for you to discuss with your MC team about this. Go with the plan, Lina. Wow, Lina, have no worries. Excited for A&R planning. Thank you, Monica. I didn't know that you wanted to apply for this role. Okay, yes, that's all for this space. So we're gonna go for the next space, which is something that I read your feedback. A lot of you are telling me like, Shomei, I already know about this GV condition. You don't have to explain me why again. Quote, mean the cutest. And then she's like, I want to know more. How can I do it? Which I understand. So in this phase, what we're gonna do is to actually have a GCP sharing. Okay. Oh wait, I have a slide which I will do it later. Okay. This is okay. So we're gonna have GCP sharing, and today we actually have a lot of amazing people, which is actually from you all. They're gonna share. So I think the session objective is to learn what are the good case practices that each other have done, and we're gonna have 2 rounds. So each round's gonna take like 15 minutes. I need to check on the time. Give me a minute, okay? Because I need to see how the agenda is delayed, so that I can make sure that I can give you a break. So give me like 1 minute. Let me know if I speak too fast as well, because I have the tendency to speak really fast. Okay, if we do 15 minutes, right, we might be a slight delay in the end. So we might actually take your break like for 5 minutes. Is it okay if you have lesser break for 5 minutes? I'm so sorry, because there was a lot of delay in the beginning. If you take lesser break in 5 minutes, is that okay? You can put it in the chat so I can know. Oh, Shihan is afraid and excited. Okay. If you are not okay, you can let me know. So fine by me. Nice. Okay, Lord. Wow, it's like, it's like, I have no choice, Yomei. You make it this way. Okay, so let's start. Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, Natalie. I never see you in person, so I hope like you can open your camera, but it's okay if you don't want to. Okay, so let's start with our one and only. Oh, Natalie, I see you already. So we have our first. If you can clap your hand, you can clap, or you can put the reaction in the Zoom call. We have Mr. Yorgos talking about health and management plan for EAPs and also project stakeholder in SOP. So for people like me who is not really sure about like document and things like that, he's gonna share something, but you can also ask him to share something that's more specific in the Q&A later. And then we have Miss May, which is Monica as well. She has 2 names that could be also the nickname. And she's going to work on change management plan according to APIP and AEPP for IGV side. So, and also we have Mr. Shehan to talk about how can I plan my IGV to profit. Look at him getting really confident about it. So let's hear what he has to share. And then we have Halima, which is a diva that she's gonna share about like communication plan as well, but mostly from the OGV perspective. Just for you to know, if you're OGV, you only have 2 sharing for GCP. So don't worry. I believe that both of the sharing will help you a lot, okay? And then also change management plan from Mr. Pikachu that's gonna talk about like how you can manage change management in APIP and AEPP. So these are the 5 people that we have to share with us. To be honest, I do not know how many people we have, so let's see how it goes. And before we start, I just want to let you know is that why I choose this topic is basically based on the overall regional fulfillment. These are the topics that actually have the one of the least fulfillment. That's why I think that probably this could actually helps you to support you to actually make a better preparation for a GV when you're actually going back to your entity later on. So before the GCP sharing, I just want to let you know is that they're going to share a few things. One is basically the purpose on why they decided to implement that change or that strategy, and what are the actions they have took so far, what works and what did not work, and also how did they actually onboard their network on doing that, and also if they have any recommendation for you. And then in the end, they should end with like a few, like 3 minutes or 5 minutes kind of Q&A space. So really take this time to really ask your peer about how they deal with it, and really be honest with one another, because like I really believe that we can learn a lot more from each other. So with that, a bit of expectation setting is that there's no one fit all solution. So make sure that you customize it. Don't be like, oh, Yorgos told me that this will work and it doesn't. Fuck Yorgos. No, he's just trying to. Yes. Hi everybody. I really want to apologize for this unexpected technical issues. I do not know what happened to my phone. So, and also regarding with the yogurts and also people. So if you have any questions, you can catch up with one another later on. But I think I hope that this space will actually allows you to actually know like what is the thing that your peer are doing, and maybe like you can share, like maybe some of you can type in the chat like how was this space for you, like one word, so that I can know whether it's useful for you or not. Like is it like, are you learning something, there's something that you really wanted to know, or it's like meh. So like maybe you can share. It's useful. Oh nice, thank you Meet for the supportive response. Fun and useful. Wow, Mary and Monica having fun time together. Okay, so useful, nice. I don't know why everybody suddenly speak a Malaysian accent. So I think that in the end of the day is that I need the output. Yes. So for everybody, like all the GCP people, make sure that you send me the recording. I will put it into a Google Drive, link you, and then you can just upload in the Google Drive there. And then after that, let me know. So I think one last thing I wanted to add is that although GB is not a focus, but it doesn't mean that there's no resources to run this product. And I think that something I want you to really remember is that we have each other to work on. Even we don't have enough resources in our entity to support it, but we actually have regional resources. And I really want to, you all to can take space to really learn from one another, because I think that you are the best person and you are the one who go through this together. And I think in the end of this space is that I know that this is going to be my last IGV session with you. So sorry, not IGV, sorry, OGV as well. Thank you so much for allowing me to learn from you as well. I was reading through some of your GCP slide. I felt really proud of you that you are able to put it off yourself without like AI or RO support. I mean, there's some resources, but it really shows that how much you're capable of to overcome this, even though you are working on by yourself or with your entity. And the end but and my end message for you is to say goodbye to you, because it's gonna be my last Isaac experience anyway, and I'm really happy to spend time with you, and I want to wish you all the best for your adventure ahead, because I know that it's not very easy. However, I will be really excited to see later on when I come back as Isaac alumni 2 years later. I'm able to see AP having one of the best experience in GB, one of the best amazing product. I really hope to experience it again. So that's all. Thank you so much for your time. I'm not sure how much time you have for break, but please really take a break before another next session happen, which is the global OD model. So I think it should be like around like 3 minutes break. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And bye. Oh, we can take a photo. Yeah, that's true. Wait, let me stop sharing. So that's that.